A buyer will interact with Sellzum in a variety of ways. The most common way is to go to a seller's store page and to look at their galleries and look at the items in each gallery. So for this particular example, this seller, Eric Mart, has two galleries. One has photos and computer parts. So if I'm a buyer, I came to the store page either because I was recommended to by the seller, or I found it online, or I wanted to learn more about the seller by doing a public search and I came across one of the images in the gallery. So as a buyer, I'm going to go to the store page and I'm going to look at the galleries that exist, and then I can also check out the About Us page for the seller, and I can also send an email to the seller by using the Contact Us form. So under Galleries, as a buyer, I can see all of the seller's items that they have currently for sale. So if I wanted to look at the computer parts offered by this seller, I could click on the gallery to load the items. As a buyer, I can now load these items in a full screen slideshow view and also buy the items using the buttons down here and using the various options, and then using the PayPal button to check out. So what's nice is that in this gallery view, I can see all the items in their full screen size as the image. So some of these images will be uploaded, they're bigger, and they'll take up the full screen. I don't believe any of these pictures do in this gallery. So let's go to the other gallery, and say I wanted to buy this picture. I can click on it and see it full screen, and it's got the watermark applied. So I want a copy without the watermark, I can click Buy Now. So this is the main way the buyer will interact with a seller's store page. They'll go to it directly. A buyer can also interact with multiple sellers and multiple product galleries by running a public search on Sellzum.com. For example, say I wanted to find something with parsley. If I do a search, I'll find all the images that have a description containing the word parsley. And I found this image, and down here I can go directly to the store that it belongs to, or I can just buy it here, and the seller will be paid. So that's another way the buyer can interact, is by running a public search and looking at different items through multiple galleries that are currently available. The last way a buyer can interact with a Sellzum store page is if it's embedded on a different site, or if it's embedded with an existing web page. So for example, on my personal blog, I embedded the gallery, and so now a potential buyer could use my existing website and buy the item by using the same interface. So a buyer can interact and buy your items without even being on your Sellzum store page. It can just be embedded on an existing page, and if they want to, they can go to your store page by clicking the link. So that's the third and final option a buyer can use to interact with your store. So this is essentially how the buyer will use Sellzum.